Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We are now in Dover, Delaware at the Monster Mile, and tonight is an exciting night for a multitude of reasons, but one of them we're going to talk to one of the drivers right now. Let's see if we can talk to Brian Mansfield. Hey, radio, you hear me? Brian Mansfield, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Doug.
So I had to do it with the whole Team Ramrod thing. I just had to call somebody radio. So, go ahead.
I was going to say that again.
I said with Team Ramrod being your team, I just had to call somebody radio. It wouldn't have felt right if I didn't.
I hear you. Yeah, a lot of fun.
So we've got some new team. Everybody's split off essentially into teams this week, and you've got Derek Turner, Matt Stewart, Brian Burkhart, and Jim Johnson. So which team is going to be on top tonight?
Oh, Team Ramrod all the way. You know that we got some good racers in our group.
Now, I know that there's been a lot of trash talk this week, and I know a couple of the guys actually listen into the broadcast. So would you like to expand on that? You are the professional wrestler. You're probably one of the best at trash talk.
Oh, yeah. You know, we're going to lay the smackdown on Team Bel Air. We're going to bust up that little group. We're going to lay the smackdown on the Confederation and bust that group up. And when it's all said and done, Team Ramrod's going to be on top.
All right, man. Awesome. I see you guys out there practicing. Good luck to you tonight, and maybe we'll be talking to you after the race, buddy.
Appreciate it. Just hope I survive. Going to be a good one here at Dover.
Yes, it is. All right. That was Brian Mansfield, the leader of Team Ramrod. And we've also got the Team Karma Confederation, and that is the superhero team led by, ironically enough, Gerald Thanos Poole in the 25 car, and he has the Iron Man, Chris Standridge, he's got Hulk, Michael Greenolds, and Super Norm. And then you got the Bel Air team. They're out there as well with the entire Bel Air family. So Dover is a bit different, especially for these cars, because this is one of the few tracks that these cars can actually struggle with the setup. They don't stay completely planted here. They get sideways, they bounce all over the place, and it can get a bit crazy in these cars. They can actually affect each other by affecting the air around each other. It can cause, as we saw last time, it can cause some issues out there, and it can cause somebody who's up at the front to lose several positions or go backwards or go into the wall just by getting up under that rear wing and getting them a little bit loose. So while we see a lot of nose-to-tail, side-by-side drafting at some of the other tracks, here tonight, it is going to be a lot different than what we're used to seeing out of these guys. It will still be some epic racing, but there's going to be a lot more passing, a lot more moving around, and a lot more excitement, which is a tough thing to say when you consider the excitement that these guys put on every single week. Now, something we don't usually do here is go and use some different cameras to look at the front of these cars. However, with the team set up and we've got a few minutes before they go to qualifying, we are definitely going to go take a look at some of these custom paint jobs that they are running here tonight. Now, they do have matching team paints, which is a really cool feature. So let's go take a quick look at some of these cars. All right, there is Gerald Thanos Poole. There is Team Ramrod member Brian Burkhart. You'll see the Team Ramrod cars will have a very similar paint job, just in different colors. And the Bel Air posse, you can see the paint jobs that they're using, just different colors for each member of the posse. That is Edward Bel Air in the 007. A lot of different paint schemes out there tonight as well. There is Brian Mansfield. He is running the green one. Derek Turner of Team Ramrod. And Superman Norman Chan, we'll see. Yes, he is sporting his new paint job tonight. There is the Team Ramrod Derek Turner car. Mike Killenbeck is another member of the Bel Air posse as well. And Doug Tire Thomas looks like he is out there all alone tonight. He's not going to have the support of a team. That could get interesting for him for sure. Oh, lest we forget, we need to take a quick look at Iron Man. I love that paint job. I'm going to borrow that paint job because that is an awesome paint job. And Iron Man is the best Avenger. Anyway, these guys have just a couple minutes left of practice, so we'll let them finish that up. I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. We'll go over the points, and we'll watch them get the qualifying knocked out. Alrighty, as they complete their practice, you can see they are 3 wide already. Last time they were here, we saw a lot more movement, a lot less 3 wide racing, a lot of 2 wide racing, and a lot of passing. So it'll be interesting to see, especially now that they're split off into 3 distinct teams. It's going to be an interesting night of racing, and with just 2 weeks left in the season, we will see if this team, all this teamwork coming together is going to have any kind of impact or not. Speaking of coming to the end of the season, there's 3 races or 2 weeks left. That is due to the fact that the final week, 2 weeks from tonight, they will do back-to-back races. They will do Monza left turning and Monza Oval. They will do Monza Oval left turning and then Monza Oval right turning. Also, just a quick note on Team Ramrod. Matt accidentally got into Brian last night for a race win at Indy, so we'll see if they can put that behind them. And we've got several of these teams, especially the Bel Air team, that is gunning for Chris Ironman Standridge tonight. So we'll see if that comes into play as well. Now, as we looking over the points, Gerald Thanos Poole still in the lead, but just 1 point ahead of Brian Mansfield. Superman Norman Chan is just a few points behind him. Chris Ironman Standridge is in 4th. Hulk Michael Grainolds is in 5th, just 18 points out of the lead. Then you got James Belair in 6th, Chris Rawlings in 7th, Edward Belair in 8th, Mark Belair in 9th, and James Johnson back in 10th. So lots of different points all the way across. Practice is coming to an end, so we'll watch Ironman qualify. even though he's going by Stripey again tonight. All right. As per usual, they are running a little bit longer qualifying session. That allows some of these guys to get out there and get their qualifying and then get a refill, stretch their legs, and get ready for what will be an insane race. There is Gerald Thanos Poole, current points leader, leading the charge in qualifying. Currently fastest on the board as well. And just a note, while you're waiting, you can run over and like us on Facebook, Twitch, and on YouTube. We live stream all the broadcasts to both Twitch and Facebook, and then we will put the video on YouTube later tonight. You can also tune in for our other broadcasts Monday nights. The same group of folks is out there for the Outcast Dirt League. That should be restarting, I believe, next week. And then Sunday nights, of course, we have the BRR Cup Series right here at 7:30 Eastern. Mondays, the Outcast Dirt League will be restarting. They'll start around between 8 and 8:30 Eastern. And then we'll have the updated schedule for that as they are adding an Enduro series. But they will have the 305s and the 358s back. Then you will have Tuesday nights. You got XCal Racing in the Street Stocks at 7:30 Eastern. They had a week off this week, but they are back next Tuesday. And Wednesday night you'll have the Northeast Racers. We just watched them doing their hardcore series at 7:30 Eastern, followed by these boys here at 9 Eastern. So a lot of great racing throughout the week. Plus you can tune in for some live streams and see me racing. And what in the world is going on here? Oh, it looks like they're all about wrapped up with the qualifying. Most of them, anyway. Looks like Brian Burkhart stopped just outside of pit road, and Chris Ironman Standridge is out there. And if you're interested in seeing a really good broadcast that was really quite funny, go check out the one from the BRR series this past week. On the YouTube channel. That was quite comical. As Iron Man continues out there on qualifying, he's currently 7th. Should be able to give the full qualifying order here in just a moment. Looks like everybody's about done. So let's see where they qualified at with just 4 minutes left in qualifying. Looks like James Johnson managed to take the pole away. Michael Reynolds is going to be starting second. Third will be Gerald Thanos Poole, the points leader. Fourth will be Brian Burkhart. Fifth will be Brian Mansfield. Sixth will be Mike Killenbeck. Seventh is Stripey. Change the name to Iron Man there, Chris, but it is Iron Man Chris Standridge, aka Stripey Standridge. And then eighth place will be Belair, Edward Belair in the 007 car. Mark Belair is ninth. 10th is Matt Stewart. 11th is Tom Land. Derek Turner is 12th. Superman Norman Chan is 13th. James Belair is 14th. And Doug Tyre Thomas comes in 15th. Looks like we might have one or two that are not qualifying tonight. The last race they had here in these cars was quite exciting because of the all the moving around, a lot more passing, a lot more side by side and back and forth action. But these cars, despite all the downforce, despite all the grip that they have, these cars can be moved, especially on these high banked, smaller tracks. And at just a mile with 24-degree bank turns, it's going to be really quite interesting. Alrighty, let's see if anybody we got. We will be doing post-race interviews with some of the drivers, and I am sure that we'll try and pull somebody in during cautions, as long as they weren't involved in the caution anyway. Definitely going to be an exciting battle here tonight. And while we're waiting, I will say, go check out MotoWear International. They have some great moto gear for you. And B-Make Designs, who is one of the primary sponsors for the league, as well as the Flaming Karma brand. B-Make Designs being a graphic designer, they do some great work. They are part of the Bel Air posse. As I mentioned, we do have a team breakout tonight with Team Ramrod out there. Team Karma Confederation, and of course the Bel Air posse. So we'll see as the next few weeks go on. Now that some of these teams just formed within the last few days, they've picked up new members, and as we said, Team Ramrod does have some drama that they're going to have to work through. Hopefully not on track, but hopefully they're not don't have any problems related to the previous races. But there's a lot of excitement with all these teams going on, a lot of trash talking, and it's going to make for an interesting battle tonight. We'll have to see how everything plays out with all these different teams and what strategies they use too, especially when they get to a place like Monza in 2 weeks. That strategy is definitely going to be interesting. That track takes a lot of, it's very bumpy, very difficult, even in these high downforce cars. It's extremely tricky. So we'll see how much the teamwork comes together, see if which team will be the dominant team. Matt Stewart in the chat saying Team Ramrod, Stewart, Mansfield, Burkhart, Turner, and Johnson. Apparently he believes that they will be the ones at the front when this thing is over. Alrighty, getting ready to line these boys up on the front straightaway, get some pace laps out of the way, and get green flag racing. Looking forward to see what comes of all the trash talk this week. Take a look down at some of these cars from the chopper. And our leader will be James Johnson. He will lead them down. And as I mentioned, some of these paint jobs, you can see some similarities. You can tell which cars are the Bel Air cars. Obviously, they have the white bodies with the colors down the side and on the spoilers. Team Ramrods are solid colors, and they say Team Ramrod on the front and spoiler. And then you've got the superheroes like Thanos, Iron Man, Hulk, and Superman. So quite a group of superheroes, I might add. All right. And they are getting impatient out there. Want to get that pace car moving, and let's get going. Green flag racing. They'll have should have only one pace lap. Pace car will drop off, and then they will go for 35 laps. Now the fuel should not be a question here, nor will tires be. The only thing that might come into play is the need for the cars to go in and get repaired. I am sure with the new team strategies going on here, and with a bunch of guys running up at the front for points and several points battles going on track, it's going to make for an interesting night. As there you see James Johnson of Team Ramrod leading them down. And for those of you who are fans of the movies Super Trooper and Super Troopers 2, yes, that is where they got their name. Pace car dives in. James Johnson will lead them down. Coming out of turn 4. Green flag is in the air. James Johnson gets a bit of a jump, and he's got Gerald Thanos Poole right on the back bumper. And they're 3 wide towards the back. We've got one of the Bel Air cars off the back early. Looks like he is not going to lose the draft, though. As they come down the back stretch, go into turn 3 to complete lap number 1. They are still 2 wide, a couple cars back, but everybody's settling in single file. And now it's a question of how many teammates can get together and work together. Not seeing a lot of teammates together yet. But now they're up to speed. Oh, we've got a car drifting way high back there. Looks like one of the Team Ramrod cars. I do believe that was the 18 of Brian Burkhart. Looked like he grabbed a little bit of the apron, got drifted up. Everybody saved it, and they continued green flag racing. It did look like Superman Norman Chan took advantage of it in the 9 car. There he is to the outside, and he's got one of his teammates directly ahead. Chris, oh, they're looking 3 wide into the turn. Everybody thinks better of it. The Bel Air posse backs out just a little bit. But there is Chris Iron Man Standards right there in the middle, trying to get one of his teammates working with him here, and he's got Superman Norman Chan in the orange and black. Chris is in the yellow and black, and Superman going to the middle. He is ducking down low. Looked like he was going to make a move to the front. And Hulk, Michael Reynolds, he is right up there in this battle as well. So now you've got, we've got 3 Karma Confederation cars up there at the front. Looks like there's only, no, we've got 4 of the Karma Confederation cars. You got Thanos to the inside, Hulk to the outside, Iron Man behind, caution is out. All right, looks like you got Tom Land in the 91 there, and a Bel Air car right in front just got tapped and collected several cars there. So several cars will be coming to pit road with quite a bit of substantial damage. I have to see who all comes in. Having to use your fast repair this early. Looked like that group was kind of hanging out towards the back trying to play it safe, and it did not work out as planned. Looks like Doug Tire Thomas is on pit road. He was the 5 car that, the Tiger Stripe car that got yeeted to the outside wall. Mark Belair was the Bel Air posse involved in that. And Derek Turner in the 7 car, we saw him, Team Ramrod, him is involved as well. Up front, it is still James Johnson, but he's got his hands full now. They have, right behind him, they have 3 superheroes, Michael Graynolds, Gerald Thanos Poole, and Chris Standridge right behind him. Then you got Mike Killenbeck in the 447. He is Team Bel Air. He is a member of the Bel Air posse, I should say. And right behind him is Superman Norman Chan. So once they line up, Superman will have a teammate in front of him. Now the Bel Air team and Team Ramrod are both bigger than the Karma Confederation team. We'll see if that comes into play. I can tell you, it looks like this team is really close together out here. So we'll see how this plays out. While the Karma Confederation team is a smaller team, they obviously have a strategy that is working to have 4 cars in the top 6. And if they go into team points at any time, I would almost expect team points for the next season. So we'll see how that plays out as well, because these teams, the way these teams are working together, that could, with these 4 being in the top 6, that could definitely come into play. '39 car of Team Ramrod currently still up in the lead. Not something we normally do, but I want to highlight some of these paint jobs here tonight. That is the Team Ramrod James Johnson car. Right behind him is, of course, Gerald Thanos Poole and Michael Hulk Graynolds. There is Iron Man. Then you have the 447 Mike Killenbeck, Superman Norman Chan, and we'll have to go through the rest of this field here in a bit because we are going 1 to green. Pace car is in. James Johnson will lead him down once again. Green flag is in the air. James Johnson leads him down, but he has got a bunch of karma right behind him. All 4 members of the Karma Confederation right there. You got Team Ramrod leading and the Bel Air posse right behind him in the form of Mike Killenbeck. As they come through, 10 laps completed. Those pace laps ensured that fuel will not be an issue. We didn't expect it to be anyway. Running these laps, they can usually make it a lot farther. Looks like Doug Tire Thomas is now off pit road. He's coming back up on the track. Currently being scored in 15th and starting to see a little bit. No, Norman Chan looked like he was running a really high line there. I'm not sure if he was trying to avoid his teammate, but Gerald Thanos Poole starting to look kind of low there. We've seen Gerald lead entire races to only lose it right on the last lap. The last few races, he's been playing a lot more patient game, and that is the changing strategy, is how he managed to be the points leader for most of this season. But here comes Thanos trying to look to the inside. James Johnson really having to block up there. Dropping back into the 6th place, Norman Chan currently running 6th. He started 13th, so he is on the move, as is Matt Stewart. Matt Stewart in the 07 car, he started in 10th. He's up to 7th, and James Belair in the 90 car. There on the outside, he started in 14th and up to 10th, so we've got some cars moving forward. But definitely never count out the 007 car, that is Belair, Edward Belair. He is hanging out back there, obviously playing it pretty safe right now. Well, up front, these guys are battling side by side all the way back. It looks like James Johnson has managed to put that bottom line to work. He is now in the lead securely, nobody to his outside, at least for the moment. And these guys are starting to move around an awful lot. That outside line seems to be bouncing around, and we knew this was an issue coming into tonight. While these cars are really well planted on everything, you can affect the person in front of you's air. You can even affect the person behind you's air. And these things punch such a big hole in the air that if you move your car right, you can cause somebody else's car to lose control or to force them to a different position without ever having touched them. As you see, the Karma Confederation right there, the 3 cars on the outside with their fearless leader, Gerald Thanos Poole, mired in the 2nd spot on the inside row. But James Johnson currently just charging them. Jim Johnson currently charging forward for Team Ramrod. As you see him coming through the turns there, we've got 1 car way high. That was Tom Land in the 91 car. And it does not, yeah, he has fixed, no, he has not fixed his damage from the previous incident, it doesn't look like. Let's try and get a little bit better view of Tom's car. No, his spoiler is still a bit crooked. He did not go get full repairs. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. These guys are flying around here with 16 laps to go, only 1 caution so far, and 1 team obviously dominating tonight. But you know the Belair family, or the Belair posse back there, they are just chomping at the bit to get up there, get one of their drivers into the top 3. Team Ramrod has the lead at the moment as far as on track, but now we're starting to see Thanos make some bold moves off the corners. Holt to the outside there. He's got some side drafting help. Kind of surprised by the strategy. We did not see Thanos come up and take to the outside line with the rest of his team when he had the opportunity earlier. We'll see if he moves up and leads his team around the 39 of James Johnson. Although the drafting effect in these cars is so dramatic. You can lay back just a little bit, get a run, and come flying by. And with 14 laps to go, we'll probably start to see some 3-wide racing here momentarily. A lot of bouncing around on that high line. It looks like we've got 1 car back there. Trying to see which car that is. Looks like that is the 07 car of Matt Stewart. Looks like he is struggling with the handling a little bit, or he's trying to find oh, we've got a Bel Air car in the wall, 2 cars in the wall. Caution is out for the second time. All right, let's see if we can see what happened here. As they come through, it looks like he just drifted up and caught one. That looks like that was Brian Mansfield in the 95 car. And I do believe the 52 of Mark Bel Air. Yes, indeed, that is Mark Bel Air. He was caught up again. Let's take another look at that from Mark's perspective, or from focused on Mark's car. Let me put it that way. And looked like Mark was just along for a ride. Once his left rear quarter panel got tapped, he was going for a ride. So Team Ramrod, Team Bel Air, both have had cars impacted in accidents so far tonight. We've got several cars on pit road, including Tom Land. He's now gone down pit road to get that spoiler fixed. Looks like you got Tom Land, Edward Bel Air, Brian Mansfield, and Mark Bel Air all on pit road. Doug Thomas, the only car not on the lead lap. He is 3 laps down, probably going to recover at least one of those laps here. And with 10 to go, I do not expect to see any more 2-wide racing. I'd imagine we're going to see 3-wide racing from here on out. Current lineup, all 10, or the top 10 stay on track. James Johnson leads, Gerald Thanos Poole, Michael Hulk Reynolds, Chris Ironman Standridge, Mike Killenbeck, and Superman Norman Chan, Matt R. Stewart, Jim Bel Air, Brian Burkhart, Derek Turner, and round out your top 10. Tom Land is currently in 11th, and looks like Edward Bel Air will be 12th, Brian Mansfield will be 13th, Mark Bel Air will be 14th. And we'll have to see here in a moment if the 5 car gets waved around to get one of his laps back. Just a quick look at the points. Gerald Thanos Poole has a 1-point lead over Brian Mansfield. Gerald Poole's been in about 2nd place all night. Brian Mansfield is currently running in 13th, so that points could change. Superman Norman Chan is 3rd, just a few points behind Brian. He could definitely pick up some points here tonight as well. He's running in 6th. Michael Reynolds is 18 points out of the lead, but he is running in 2nd right now, running up in the top 5, excuse me. He's running 3rd, but he's right behind the leader. So a lot of points could change hands here. James Bel Air, 8 points behind Michael, then Chris Rawlings, Edward Bel Air, and Mark Bel Air all within 5 points of each other, including Edward and Mark Bel Air's both being tied at 217 points coming into tonight. So definitely some points shakeups here, and definitely some excitement, especially this late in the season. If Thanos doesn't open up the lead anymore, next week going into Bristol, and then the week after that going into a doubleheader at Monza, that could definitely shake the points up a lot. And tune in here tomorrow night to watch me drive with the Fast and Fun Truck Series. Final race of the season, I do believe. Fast and Fun Trucks, one of the best, one of the great leagues around. So shout out to everybody in those leagues, including Eli Childs and Craig Janzik, James Harris, all those guys that help run a great league. And as always, shout out to the boys in BRR, XCal, Outcast Northeast Racers, and everybody that has us broadcasting for them. You guys are awesome. All right, half a lap and the green flag will drop. You got James Johnson to the inside, Gerald Thanos Poole to the outside. Michael Hulk Reynolds and Chris Ironman Standridge are in the 2nd row. The Karma Confederation has 4 of the top 6 spots right now. Teamwork's about to come into play in a big way here. Coming out of turn 4, James Johnson will lead them down. Green flag is in the air. Gerald Thanospool has the outside line going into turn 1, and he's got a bunch of support right behind him. We'll see if they get lined up and can get past the 39 of James Johnson here. As they come out of turn 2, James Johnson definitely has a bit of an advantage coming down the back straightaway. But that does not last long, as they'll be up to speed when they come back across the start-finish line. And back there in 5th, you've got Mike Killenbeck, the 447 of Team Bel Air, trying to push. Oh! Seeing a little bit of activity. The 447 looked like he got drifted up. Thanos had to drop to the back, and that is shaking up some of the team situations, as here comes another member of Team Ramrod. And still have 3 of the Karma Caution is out. We may be going to a green-white checkered here. We saw Thanos going backwards on the restart. He got pushed up high, had to get out of it a little bit. He went backwards, and looks like he just couldn't get back up to speed. Tom Land was right there, caught him, and at least Tom was kind enough to help turn him back around and get him going straight again. Alright, looks like Gerald Thanospool has a bit of damage. Up front, it is still the 39 of James Johnson, but now we've got a new second place car. That is Superman Norman Chan. Heck of a job tonight. He's just quietly worked his way up 1-2 positions at a time. He has started in 13th. He's up to 9th. Michael Hulk Graynolds in 3rd. Chris Ironman Standridge is 4th. Mike Killenbeck is in 5th. Derek Turner 6th. Derek started in 12th, so he's managed to quietly work his way up a bit. Matt Stewart is 7th. 8th is Brian Mansfield. 9th is Brian Burkhart. 10th is currently scored as Mark Belair, but I do believe he is on pit road. Yes, he is. So that'll give 10th to the 91 of Tom Land. Now, Tom Land is also on pit road, as well as Mark Belair, and Doug Thomas may regain a lap. Gerald Thanospool also on pit road. As far as team strategies go, so far tonight it has been the Karma Confederation to dominate in the strategy department, but we'll see what happens on this restart. And I just realized we have not rode around with one of these cars, so once they go green flag racing, we'll try and do a lap inside an SR8 in the cockpit. Green flag here at Dover. If you have the chance, I definitely highly recommend testing it out. It is a ton of fun driving these cars around here. In fact, the next HTSAI fun race might include some SR8s around Dover or a similar track. I'm going to try it at Bristol. That sounds like fun. Alright, looks like Thanos is off pit road. Tom Land is off pit road. Edward Belair. Doug Thomas. Mark Belair still on pit road, being shown 2 laps down, as well as Doug Thomas is off pit road, but he is still 2 laps down. He recovered one of his laps on the last caution, and that's going to put the top 5. The field now is James Johnson, Norman Chan, Michael Graynolds, Chris Standridge, and Mike Killenbeck are your top 5. And then Derek Turner, Matt Stewart, Brian Mansfield, Brian Burkhart, James Belair round out your top 10. Then you've got 11th of Edward Belair in the 007, Tom Land in 12th, Gerald Poole in 13th. Doug Thomas currently being shown in 15th. We'll see what happens with the scoring once Mark Belair gets back up off pit road. And these guys have been actually playing it very safe compared to the last time they were here. You can definitely go check out the video of last time these boys were here on YouTube. It was definitely a lot busier. And a lot of fun to watch. They definitely had a full night. Alright, we have the 1 to green. And it does look like it will be a green-white checkered restart here. We are going to ride along on the restart with the 45 car of Michael Graynolds. As you can see him coming out of turn 4, waiting for that green flag to drop. Green flag is in the air. James Johnson leads him down. Here there is Superman Norman Chan to the outside, and caution is already out. Alright, let's see if we can see what happened here. Looks like you got Gerald Thanos Poole, Edward Belair, and Brian Burkhart. As they come up to speed, looks like a couple of the cars just managed to get stuck. Doesn't look like they had a wreck of any kind. Might have been a problem getting everybody lined up, and that might have been why they went back under caution. Looks like we will get another attempt at a green-white checkered though. James Belair and Mark Belair, 2 members of the Belair posse, both on pit road currently. Looks like the 90 will be coming off pit road though, so his stop is completed. Superman Norman Chan managed to maintain second. He's got the Hulk and Iron Man behind to help. Mike Killenbeck back there in 5th. Matt Stewart 6th. Derek Turner up to 7th, as we mentioned. 8th place is Brian Mansfield. 9th place, Brian Burkhart. And 10th place is Gerald Thanos Poole. So Gerald has managed to recover a couple of positions on that exchange. But we'll see how much ground some of these guys can make up in a green-white checkered situation. So far tonight, the Karma Confederation has been the dominant force out there, but Team Ramrod has had one of their drivers, James Johnson, leading every single lap. And the question becomes, on a green-white checker, can any of these Karma Confederation guys get around here? Or can a member of the Bel Air posse back in 5th place, the 447, Mike Killenbeck, can he make his way up to the front? Or could the dark horse back there, the 91 of Tom Land, seems like he's been in the wrong place at the wrong time all night long. Can he make his way through the field? It would not be the first time we have seen somebody come from the back all the way to the front on a green-white checkered in this series. It'll be interesting to see how much smack talk comes out of the race tonight once it's all said and done. Some of these guys definitely were enjoying the smack talk on Facebook this week as these teams formed up. So we'll have to see if going into next week at Bristol what these teams have to say, and we'll have to see what the strategy is. Bristol, not really a track that we're drafting and is going to be a lot of help, so we'll have to see if they have other strategies that work as well. One to green. Back there in 6 is the 07 of Matt R. Stewart. In the pink Team Ramrod car, or purple, I'm not sure if you call it a pink or a purple. So, you got 3 of the Karma Confederation cars in the top 5. You've got 2 Team Ramrod cars in the top 6, and 1 Lonely Bel Air Posse car. James Johnson leads them down one more time. Green flag in the air. Here they go. And Superman Norman Ching gets a huge jump off of on the restart. Can't get quite clear. James Johnson just managed to keep a nose under him. He couldn't come down and block the run. And Superman is going into turn 4. They're coming down to the white flag, this time by. James Johnson still in the lead, but now Superman's got his teammate right behind him. He's got Iron Man right there helping him get through, and Iron Man has help as well. As they come down, final lap, they're 2 wide, some places 3 wide. Coming through, they're 3 wide. And that is Thanos to the outside, charging forward. Big wreck coming to the start-finish line. But it will be James Johnson pulls off the win. Let's see what happened there. Trying to see if we can figure out who. Let's see if we can see what happened. Looked like Hulk just drifted up a little bit and his teammate caught the rough end of that. And meantime, the celebration has begun. And nothing better than watching the Outcast boys celebrate. Looks like they're missing so far. So somebody needs to get back around there. James Johnson is still in one piece. Oh, Tom Land gets the first shot, lays the first shot in. Looks like the 5 car of Doug Thomas missed. James Johnson might have to tear his own car up tonight before this is all said and done. Oh, here comes the 7. They're trying to get some momentum build up. James Johnson needs to be still. Oh, there we go. Oh, we've got a massive wreck forming here. And if you missed out on the demo derby last week, definitely go check that out as well. The demo derby in these cars is awesome. And it looks like we've got a couple of blown engines, so that's probably going to be the end of a few of these cars. We'll see if anybody's still alive. The James Johnson car just now blew his motor finally. So we will wait a moment for Iron Man, Superman, and James Johnson. We'll see if they can drop in here. We can get an interview for the top three. Oh, man, we've still got people trying to help. Oh. The 7 car got sent around, and we've got Superman, Norman Chan.
How are you doing today, Doug?
I'm good, man. You almost had it there at the end.
I had a really good start in the last restart. I know I got ahead of him. I just didn't know if I had the clearance to get in front of him. I didn't want to cause a wreck on that last lap. It was close, but it was a good race. I'll take second.
Yeah, it definitely was a good race, and you did not have the clearance, so it was a smart move. You were just inches from having it cleared, though. That was definitely a good finish, and you had some help. Chris came along and gave you a little bit of a push there at the end to almost get you back at the line. I got to ask, you had basically you had your whole team up there in the top 6 all night. Was that helpful?
Hey, it was something that we talked about. We said, what? It's Dover. It's a short track. We got to start up front and stay strong. Everyone else held the end of the bargain. I unfortunately started in the back, so I made a strong push in the first few laps to get back up there. And basically did it. I think Jared had some issues running some cars, so that changed things around a little. But you know what? Overall, as a team, I think we did well. I think we took 3 of the top 4 spots, I believe.
Yes, you did. Second, third, and fourth.
And we'll take that any day.
Congratulations, Norm. Great race tonight, man.
Thank you again, sir. I'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty. And we've got James Johnson now after a very close win tonight, but a win is still a win, inch or a mile, right?
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah.
You were a force to be reckoned with all night. Anytime somebody got alongside you, they just could not get any momentum on you. We saw Norman Chan there at the end get a good start and get a bit of a push coming to the checkers, but nobody could get around you all night.
Yeah, I kind of was watching the mirror in the store because I saw Michael laying way back, so I kind of tried to lay back a little bit. So if he did get a run, he had no choice but to push me. And Norm knows how to side draft, and then Chris was behind them, so I'm like, this is going to be interesting the last 5 laps. So luckily, I think another couple laps they could have maybe, because like I said, Norm knows how to side draft pretty well. I was trying to drive away from him down the straightaway, but only so far you can go with the wall.
That's true, but you still just a dominant performance. I do believe you led every single lap tonight.
Yeah, it helps starting on the pole, especially on a track like this where it's very hard to pass. I mean, if there was a little throttle where we had to let off or something, then it'd be definitely more interesting.
And speaking of letting off, next week you go to Bristol. You looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I didn't get to run the last time because I had to work the next day. I get up real early, like 1:45 in the morning, and I was looking forward to it, but I couldn't run it. And it's pretty similar to this. You're just not in high gear.
Well, great, man. Congratulations. You bring home the win for Team Ramrod tonight. I'm sure the rest of your team is extremely happy.
Yeah, but like Norm said, they had 3, 4, 5, second, third, fourth. They stayed together. I just got a good qualifying lap, and I figured out how to qualify.
Well, someday you're going to have to teach me that trick too, man.
It's actually found out because we had the practice race in the Bel Airs. I'm like, they were faster. I'm like, they've got to be doing something. And just basically hang the left front on the apron to pull you around the corner.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Well, congratulations, man. Go celebrate. I know you said you got to be up early as well.
No, not tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. Day off. Day off.
Well,
Have to reset my hours for driving a tractor trailer.
Gotcha, 10-4. Well, get some rest, buddy, and congratulations.
Thank you. Good racing, Norm. It was fun.
That was fun. I'll see you at the next one.
Oh yeah, probably Friday night in a little Mazda.
Yep. Get some rest.
I'm good.
All right, and finally, we have third place Iron Man. Congratulations to you and your team.
Thanks, Doug. I
So,
forgot. Like I was out there. I was like, oh yeah, wait, top three are supposed to go. I haven't been third place in so long that I forgot to get in here.
no biggie. So, your team was pretty dominant tonight. Thanos was actually coming back on the outside when he got involved in that last lap accident, but you took second, third, and fourth tonight. And you helped almost pushed Norm to the win tonight.
Yeah, I was really trying. It was trying to push him without spinning him out and block the guys from behind from getting up there. So we had quite a debate last night about whether we should run the inside or outside line, and I kept arguing with Gerald. Gerald said, "No, you need to be on the inside." I kept saying, "No, you need to be on the outside," and so it just worked out that we were able to hold both. So we just couldn't get around that first place car there.
well, you'll definitely need that teamwork next week at Bristol. That's going to be one heck of an interesting race.
That's gonna be fun. We ran that. We did a practice race there a couple of weeks ago, and it was a blast.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that one. And I believe Dirt's back Monday as well.
We are back on Monday. Yes, sir. We're going to be somewhere. I forget where. Oh, Volusia. We started Volusia. That's right.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, congratulations. Congratulations to all of Team Karma Confederation. That was a great way to round out the race.
The unholy alliance prevailed. Well, mostly.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to everybody. Great racing tonight, and y'all have a good night.
I have going.
All right. That was the top three from tonight's race. James Johnson's your winner, and the Karma Confederation, the Unholy Alliance, takes second, third, and fourth, with the Bel Air Posse coming in fifth with Mike Killenbeck. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a great race tonight. Had a lot of fun calling that one. Looking forward to Bristol next week. Don't forget to tune in Sunday night for the BRR Cup Series at 7:30 Eastern, and the Outcast Dirt Boys will be back Monday night. XCal will be back next Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern, and we'll be right back here next Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern with Northeast Racers, and at 9 Eastern back with the SR8s at Bristol. That's going to be one heck of a show. Thank y'all for tuning in, and have a great night.